This is kind of interesting. You know how UFC has become very MAGA? Well, one UFC fighter named Bryce Mitchell had some tough words for Trump's new bestie, Elon Musk. Now, this went viral, thus I want to cover it. And the overarching point that Mitchell will make here about Elon Musk not caring about the people who support Elon Musk's current political views the most is absolutely true. Bryce Mitchell, though, admittedly, wrong messenger. But let me play this for you. An interesting moment, given how pro UFC Trump is and how pro Trump UFC is. And listen to what he has to say. Then we'll talk about and sort of use this as a jumping off point, a really important Elon Musk related issue. While you watch, please do click that subscribe button if you support this show.
That man.
You've been critical of Elon Musk. How do you feel about his involvement with the Doge?
Well, I think that time will prove me correct. Time will always reveal someone's true character, and if you put that man in a position of power, his true character will be revealed. And let's just put it this way. He has all the money in this country. He's the wealthiest man in the country, and he wasted on fucking rockets, man. Think about it, dude. He could actually help people with that money, but he don't give a shit about you. He's got all the money in the world to help you. It'd be a penny to him, and you would never have to work again. He don't give a shit about you, though. He wants to waste it on rockets and waste it on all these cars that suck. And time will reveal the character of that man. And the more he gets under the spotlight, you can't fake it forever. His character will be revealed, and you mark my words, it will be seen that he is a rat bastard. And if I had all that money, I would like to think I would help people more than he does.
What do you plan?
Again, I know nothing. So I don't know if he's saying, I know nothing about Bryce Mitchell, to be specific. I don't know if he's saying he's going to cross Trump or just that his interests aren't aligned with that of working class Americans, which is true. But that's not the most interesting part of this. I want to talk about how we should be concerned about Elon Musk's presence for what it could do to the lives of working class folks. But first, I saw that one of the headlines included this clip of Bryce Mitchell. Again, correct general message. Elon Musk doesn't care about the people who support him the most right now. Wrong messenger.
You put your faith in science. Let me tell you something right now, Bisping. Gravity ain't real. You know what?
Sorry. I've actually seen your.
Gravity ain't real. You want to tell me you don't believe in God because there's no evidence? Give me the proof of gravity. You know why things drop to the ground? Because of density, brother. Oh yeah, you drop something and it falls down. Well, that's real cute. What if you do it with the helium balloon?
Well, it's got helium in it. It's got helium. That was caused it to go up.
But helium has mass. I thought gravity worked on mass. How come the helium doesn't go?
So given, oh no, that's some riveting stuff, huh? Given that, I don't think people will take his stance that seriously, understandably, on Elon Musk. And I don't even know right or left wing which way he's coming from this, probably based on what I just heard. He's more MAGA aligned. But at least maybe some MAGA people will hear him and go, should I question Elon Musk? And if they do, I have some things they should look into, and they should then judge Trump for associating so much with him. But quick random point before getting into that. I know when you're fighting while you have your shirt off, that could get in the way, it could get tugged, it might abstract punches a little bit. But why does he have his shirt off in this press conference? I don't know. Not the most important thing. What is very important, since he brought up Elon Musk, is this, and I apologize for how eensy-weensy that clip is, but that's just how this video came.
Republicans like Mike Lee, Utah senator, are so excited about this undertaking. Also said in his first successful Senate campaign in 2010, while speaking to supporters, it will be my objective to phase out Social Security, to pull it out by the roots. Medicare and Medicaid are of the same sort. They need to be pulled up. And on Monday, Lee posted a 24-tweet thread calling Social Security, quote, classic bait and switch, and, quote, an outdated, mismanaged system. And within half an hour, Musk had retweeted Lee, adding to the note, interesting thread. Already, Republicans in the House and the Senate are laying the groundwork to go after the bedrock social insurance programs.
We got to bring the Democrats in and talk about Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare. There's hundreds of billions of dollars to be saved, and we know how to do it. We just have to have the stomach to actually take those challenges on.
I did not think this is where this was going, but they look like they're going for it.
Yeah, and you have all sorts of reporting, that there from Chris Hayes, you have this from the New Republic. Elon Musk's real plan is starting to appear. He looks so much like a movie villain in that photo, by the way. Musk isn't just out to make himself even richer via his connection to Trump. He also wants to gut Social Security and Medicare. And if you look at the breakdown of how much Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk with this Department of Government Efficiency are promising to cut, and where even realistically that could be cut from, it becomes pretty obvious why Republicans are saying stuff like this.
Nothing is sacrosanct. Nothing. They're going to put everything on the table.
That's what they told lawmakers. Everything is on the table, and that includes Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.
And so when they talk about how they're going to cut our deficit and thus slow down the adding to our debt by such significant margins, but Trump promises that's not coming from Medicare, Social Security, Medicaid, it's nearly impossible for that to be true, and more Republicans are admitting it. Now, of course, we should care about minimizing how much we're adding to our national debt and slow that down. I can tell you the way that we do it is not by going after necessary benefits to people who absolutely need it. It's also definitely not. It's actually the opposite of what Republicans are saying is one of their top priorities once they get into office, which is another tax cut bill that would disproportionately benefit the top of our economic ladder. So if they were actually serious about cutting our deficit down, do you think their top priority would be decreasing the amount of revenue coming into the government? That doesn't make sense. Maybe we should try to increase that revenue and do the opposite of what Republicans are so obsessed with doing, which is pushing wealth in the direction of the wealthy, and instead celebrate. Woohoo, you got wealthy. That's awesome. But also you did so within a societal framework that made it possible that we have to fund properly and make sure that that society can prosper. And so their approach is cut taxes in ways that will largely benefit the wealthiest among us, then point to the fact that that's going to explode our deficit as yet another justification to go after programs that benefit people who aren't the wealthiest among us. All of this happening within the context of, in 2018, as ProPublica has reported, Musk paid zero in federal income taxes while watching his wealth increase by billions. Does that not seem like we're doing something wrong? Something seems off. And the fact that so many Trump supporters think that Trump is the guy to fight for them, Trump supporters who aren't multi-billionaires, shockingly, working class Trump voters are about to realize, actually, sadly enough, I can't even complete that sentence. They're about to experience what was so incorrect about voting for Trump, but they probably still won't realize it. Mediaite reports also Mark Zuckerberg's Meta donates $1 million to Trump inaugural fund. When they say they want to drain the swamp, but they pick people to drain the swamp who've been swimming in that thing since the beginning, it doesn't make much sense. One little bonus story about people being infuriating. Kyrsten Sinema casts first vote in weeks to oppose Democratic control of National Labor Relations Board in Trump's next term. If they could fill this position, then we could have an NLRB that isn't immediately shifted over to Republican control, which has huge labor implications. And Kyrsten Sinema hasn't been showing up for votes, but chooses to show up to this one to oppose the Democratic choice. She's now an independent senator, but she, of course, was a Democratic senator. This is what makes it so possible for Republicans to do the things they do. It's not just that they were given a lot of control by the American people and are going to wield it in ways I disagree with, but then you also have Democrats or Democratic aligned people, she was just a Democrat, now she's independent, who choose to support those efforts, who choose to be very passive or actively bad, but passive in their opposition to these anti-labor, anti-union, anti-working class positions, which is very, very upsetting. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. Support the show by getting that members only bonus show by clicking the join button below.